Okay guys, so this is 7.7 simple interest and also compound interest, but we're going to hold off on compound interest for this video. Simple interest uses I equals PRT. I is interest, which is that little bit extra money that you make on a large investment or a larger investment. Principal is your starting amount. Whatever you start with, if you go to a bank and you say, hey, I have this much money and I want to put it in the bank for a while, that's your starting amount. Percentage rate is what the bank might say, this is how much interest we're going to give to you, this percentage rate. And then time is always referred to in years. Okay, so we're going to move in a little bit closer. And what if I started off a problem where I said that your principal is going to be $500. So you go to a bank and you say, this is how much money I want to put in the bank, and I want to put it in the bank for 1 year. So the amount of years is going to be 1, and your rate usually comes from the bank, and the bank says, this is how much percent of interest we're going to give to you. So let's say they tell you it's going to be 3% interest. So you're going to multiply all three of these numbers together, and you're going to get your amount of interest, which is not going to be your total. Your total is still $500 plus this amount, which we're going to get to in a little bit. So 500 times, I have to change my decimal to a percent, so you move the decimal over twice to the left, and you get 0.03 times 1. And then when you use a calculator and you multiply this all out, you're going to get 15. And this is $15. So your interest, all right, the amount extra that you're going to make is $15. Now there's some more letters to be aware of. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write down over here that there's a letter A, and this refers to what's called your balance, or it's going to be, some people say, your total in the account. All right, total in the account, all right, the bank account that you might have. So when I scroll over here and I say, well, how much money do I actually have in the account? I'm going to say, well, my A value or my balance is going to be that principal amount that I had in the beginning plus whatever interest that I earned in that 1 year, and it's going to be $500 plus that 15, and that's going to give me a grand total of $515. So my interest was 15, and my total so far in the account is $515. Okay, I'm going to stop it here. This was the first video with 7.7. There might be a few.